This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
I was on here.
Yamiadum Seju.
I didn't go for a super.
Yamiadum.
And I know him say interpret my say AC Milan 2-0.
I told Andy say I was having that feeling say this time around Inter will do the unthinkable. And you be a yana who said the beer bobo Inter Milan so okaso don't Joe Mundi.
Yeah.
But Seju, I saw said they were so very, very resolute. This season, Seju, nobody gave them that chance against FC Porto. Will be a more chance.
Okay.
Almost 1-0 aggregate in a qualifier. She Benfica a top group that included Paris Saint-Germain and Juventus. Even Juventus said some drop from the Champions League to the Europa League. Benfica now top group. She Goncalo Ramos, young Portuguese international, at a point now all benchy Cristiano Ronaldo. Ever World Cup, Emma Portugal. He was the one scoring the goals alongside João Mario and Rafa Silva. But Inter went all the way to Estadio da Luz. Eko shomu 2-0.
Okay.
And we had that 3-3 scoreline. Even though they gave Inter a very good run for their money. It was Andre Onana arrived at the party to save Inter Milan on some occasions.
Okay.
But Inter, it me managed their way through. And make sure say 3-3 scoreline no stand there. Ama almost the 5-3 on aggregates. Echo all the way to the semi-finals.
Okay.
But I know I said you obie who say Rafael Leao enka squad no for AC Milan no say you na eka. Because ono no ye omu team no virtually last season and this season ono no ye omu team no. So no ginemu a say you it gives them that advantage. Should that go against Napoli? Oma Giroud share no. Should deep distance from Onwani own half of far ball no daming the way through around 3 players before so release him Olivier Giroud. Share that go against Napoli. So you know a bar say Charles de Cartel, Salah makers, any junior messias, and a man the flanks for AC Milan, Brahim Diaz, Ebebo alongside Olivier Giroud and Moussa Ayeka. Said you, there would be no one to carry the AC Milan team through. And Inter Milan making sure say by 11th minutes they are done and dusted. We say goals no bantem.
Yeah.
Edin Dzeko go no. But I was wondering, David Calabria, know you need to make Edin Dzeko in the box there, say Joe, or you'll be very, very dangerous. If you give them that opportunity, he will score against you. But the second goal, no, how Eric Mkhitaryan was able to meander his way through. Milan gave too much of spaces, say Joe.
Yeah.
They gave too much of spaces. And Eric Mkhitaryan make sure say, Omonya, that second goal, no. And say Joe, Inter Milan are very, very resolute. Her team now more chassis, no. And no, there was no defensive midfielder in their game. Despite some about 3 back, no. Franco Achebi, Bastoni, mo, and Denzel Dumfries, more money, the wing backs, no. And then Matteo Damian, no, la 3 back, no. And then she how their midfield setup, no. Henrik Mkhitaryan, she Nicolo Barella, and then Onwa former AC Milan midfielder, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. And so Inter Milan, to me, I'm seeing Seju they are in the finals.
Tomorrow, no, I dream say second leg, be a bit messy.
You'll be able to me. Tiny young settled yet.
A friend say, game be a record to the now. Don't be in my, Gives me a stadium.
Since say your football, yeah, possible. Since say your football,
yeah.
But and it's likely Rafael Leao will play in the second leg.
Okay.
And what
make a difference now?
Like a chances, no. I cushion kakra. Omo chance in the back anymore because they will have someone who is going to give them inspiration on the field of play. He has been their best player for over the years within 2-3 seasons. I mean, and Ojina Gemwa, you see the difference that Utimi bring on the table for them. And his presence in the second leg, and a bit me out, but Sergio Inter Milan are very, very resolute this season. Because check group stage. I see Sergio, even no money Barcelona, any buy in the group. Sergio, she game I want they come out Barcelona or Camp Nou. That 3-3 no. At a point, as I said, Barca I bet take from a 3 and Sanomaba level the scoreline. No. And luckily for them, someone way like even though Porto and Benfica were playing so well, but over the years in Europe they won't mean case Porto and Benfica, even though we're champions there, but over the years, teams are making headways. Porto since 2004 won't mean do semi-final. Benfica since around 80 something. No one team do semi-final. So now I'm way no Inter no. I have very good and I have very smooth for them. And I'm resolute no Sergio. I'm very resolute defensively.
Wow.
And Sergio, I think that's what has been carrying them through.
Okay. I'm going to share a match in Rano. As a wow, be winning Madrid and Man City no. Repeat or finals. Is it true?
Say Madrid share Inter or final there. Sergio be easy for Madrid.
Okay.
But say Man City Inter there. Sergio.
Didn't more concern.
Inter a very defensive side. Very resolute. And no nebia omo close to the spaces should in case City rather mum and be Madrid the film. But Madrid over Inter there say you must share a couple of times. Almost show more. Ye cat team on your match for Madrid in Europe oftentimes nowadays. Inter Milan count. Me jidi chere say City mum e qualifier no share Inter. And no be din kakra than say be Madrid e be qualify. Say you for Inter, you have 100%, at least 70 to 90%. Remember more that chance of being in the finals.
And a 2-0 scoreline, a true reflection of the game.
Say you a true reflection.
Okay.
Yes. And Inter was first. Yes, Inter make sure said they need to get that result. And so even share the penalty incident nearby no. Lautaro Martinez incident no. Oni Fekayo tomorrow any Simon Kea no. Referee no or flag say or whistle say penalty. But of course, VR no na jene SSI.
Yeah.
And we say, oh, and penalty.
Yeah.
We say initially, amount for junior almost said, Fekayo Tomori 9 Carlo Taro no. A honor referee no use. And there was also some supposed, I say, Simon Kea, Ninsaka, Lautaro Martinez kakra.
Okay.
But I no said you are too soft.
All right.
So referee on that day, okay, via no to no na genesis say any penalty. So and no ma dey
na root for one.
Me honestly, now I saw say Inter Milan will win Seju.
Who answer my question?
Na me root na me root for bia. But
okay,
but na
Barcelona need it. Okay.
So now I saw say I was telling Andy said this time around I see a different Inter.
Okay.
And Seju football to the bia obi wa o hye na e bedru me bia so tenika. The last 2 times a movie money na share nyina ani nyina AC Milan na carry the day no. 2003 there no semi final no. Next share the last one quarter final 2005 there no. So it's about Inter's time to also make the difference.
Okay. All right. Me gidi pass Champions League we o support you now Man City.
Man City.
And now the other person Madrid be winning.
Say you Madrid o Magia.
Is that your only reason?
Apart from that,
for supporting City.
Me ka omo amugidi say Guardiola wanji Champions League o City or a failure. Me ka omo that way no.
Okay.
So he needs to win the Champions League for them.
Okay.
To write his name in gold. Make
Madrid reason and say Omagia.
There be men some film. So
and a second first.
No. But you know that kind of
second first.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right. You remember Africa and Chakra. Na
what say Bernard Morrison can.
Oh, Obogo.
Me who video be.
Yeah.
Almost share video no social media.
Okay.
Obemu na ne mame e bompai or the nsa e to TV no so.
Wow. I think I'll pay bana.
Guy be na share. I need to go and then search on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No bompai.
Yeah, meet you ma bompai board.
Yeah, na ne mame no bompai and obenya the second goal no mom.
But trust Marubo Gallant. Somewhere over tennis scoreline or South Africa.
If since say football, possible. Possible.
Also, mention no less than 3 goals.
Yeah,
South Africa. But Bernard Morrison, you're born about so.
Yeah, why are there?
Yeah,
why are there?
Okay. The last time I host nation Antimani under 17, Mebaso, Aceh, Africa.
Yeah, now host nation no most of the time. Even one more year din sa. It's me call Mauritius. It's me call Antiana. Host nation Tanya, just
okay.
Host nation Tanya. And now I said, and now school 2 teams are make us on qualifying now. You know, qualify. Yes.
Just say Morocco, Senegal.
Yeah, almost secure almost sport for. Yeah, almost secure almost sport.
Yeah, kwaba na fi we room kakra e dey ama yeah. Fernando, sir.
Be fine.
Nyako padu mo na unso e.
Be fine.
You know our bobo so
Of course.
and easy.
See, General, I know on Crofo Mujidi say football, a GBB feel where we at the Bema. So there are a lot of people who believe, say, in 2005, football was unfair to AC Milan.
Okay.
Interestingly, it was at Atok Olympic Stadium in Istanbul. We take it 3-0 lead. Liverpool better take post-match penalties. The AC Milan free. The more coincidence in so interesting is that in that season, to say the Awaldi kind at the quarter-final stage, AC Milan, Enya Onoa ni neighbor Inter Milan, a piano to baby, and San Obedu semi-final, Laka could do final, Eco lose bitterly, and they can't comebacks, historical comebacks in association footballer. Yeah, this are Liverpool ne AC Diano, Ekan Inti Yakoba say AC Milan, Asenya International. Now eventually the final is going to be on the soil of Istanbul and on Ataturk. A lot of people feel there, hey, ni AC Milan lose here in 2005 from but the Nura Ushe game now, especially the first half. 37-year-old Edin Dzeko, 34-year-old Henrik Mkhitaryan, and Lautaro Martinez, and making sure that be AC Milan defense anymore. Ekwaya omode Fikayo Tomori, Simon Kia, Theo Hernandez, and fast in the first half. No, now it was just interesting. General, yes, over to me. Say the absence of Rafael Liu, Emma AC Milan, or attacking no. Because he has the and the creativity, the trickery, the creation of chances and all that, or the moment, especially from the flanks. But he was absent. Of course, who can Zlatan because on all crowd be bring count. But at the end of the day, just one player out, and International was all over the place. Yes, share players not in the ball or midfield now. Not there the they are going offensive, even though a 3-back no. Who share ni 4 and now 5 players now never made for now. Nicolo Bellera, you talk about Hakan Hakanoglu, then you talk about there's a Denzel, then Frex, and then Federico. Clearly, not to say they were going to go all out on AC Milan, and indeed they had those 2 goals. I think say AC Milan this season we almost 4th meeting.
Okay.
In the first league, AC Milan won Serie A no 3-2, and on Koshia Super Cup. And Inter share 3-0. Then in the return leg, Inter home no, Inter saw winning 1-0. So before the Nra game no, they 2-1 in favor of International. And then Nra Inter SRD back quarter. So 4 times this season, Inter has beaten AC Milan 3 times. I got a return leg no. You see, these 2 teams, anything can happen. But me share ball now Inter ne AC boy. Now me share sending Nehemiah City Tuesday will come too early for AC Milan to overturn the tides. It looks like AC Milan Istanbul and now say Olympic Stadium, but the beer Omunai AC.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey. Okay. Newton.
General,
Yeah.
I think it's a Champions League this season. One unique thing. Osha managers are in this semi-final, and none of them. And the general Champions League nibi, especially all the Pep Guardiola, Uyi Barca, the free horn for a long time. Simeone Inzaghi, and of course Stefan Pioli for AC Milan. Omienu di omo Andrew Bebiakra, a Champions League triumph no ebemo. And Ancelotti has been the grandfather of the Champions League. So you can Pep and Ancelotti omienu nyina do one sasso trophy no. And I can Stefan Pioli, and of course Simeone Inzaghi. So none of them and the general sasso trophy no. There's another thing so unique. The back 3 system, no, none of the teams and you see the back 3 system apart from Inter Milan and Real, or you see the back 3 system. So caught further, Madrid bought a simple back 4 in a 4-3-3. Obaka Manchester City also bought a back 4 in a similar 4-3-3. Talking about AC Milan, and also Obium bought a very, very expansive 4-3-3. Sometimes to me convert into a 4-2-3-1. Said and right, you know. But for Inter Milan, bought a back 3 for a simple reason. You know, one reason is our 3 players who met me a ball talking about a hybrid profile like Matteo Damien, or not the right back and better than a right wing back, and then a third evolution in the profile, no better than a half central defender into a ball in a back 3.
apart from ono obenya Francesco Acerbi ono so the ball miensa ne mfimfin no aba benya Bastoni Francesco Bastoni and listen these are three players are omo miensa no ebo akire and Simeone Inzaghi has been the manager or parody mfimfin making sure say or best suffocate the opponent no little pockets are ebedem mfimfin the amount enti eno so hwe Inter Milan team na mo dominate in midfield on a counter attacking situations so no mo sa dominate especially having Zeko and Martinez up front as two strikers. Inter Milan team is very compact. Usually, I'm attacking in deep brace. So almost started from the defensive gear. Na kakra, trying to hold down your position. And sign on by winning game like general winning. But this Champions League this season, I am so sure say collective supremacy really in the latter stages, especially during the second round or the second legs, me can't collective supremacy. First squad no back. General Obeje to me say Man City squad no and enough quality power. Just 22 players and what this season for league now you can no register here. And 22 no more about all competitions. And it's at some point Pep Coca said the squad not the squad there at the smallest squad of Premiership. But within that 22 players, our players our bench in Paul met me starting for me. So I was saying say, Osha Madrid Man City no na Mahrez bet me start here Madrid. But be a Rodrigo start here na Mahrez or Haku bet me start. The same situation I can enter any Asia. Quality and raw energy. This will be the key figure in terms of the last 4 teams, or qualify the second round of those Champions League games. I think Inzaghi and Pioli or my bomb home at some point, you cry Italian football conform because near who was stage and more so the Italian national team that Azzurri sent me Uncle World Cup or Qatar. We offer General Bobo conform and to have 2 teams in the last 4 of the Champions League, very unfortunate. Say Bako SSOE Napoli Frimo, and then of course Mienu Akai is Bako Sui Bako Frimo. Had it not been that, Bia na Kenya 2 teams from Italy in the final, but Yensha how second round because Sadia Hudu can I still think that to have to go as an advantage as a very defensive team, a bad in Milan, a bad 10 scoreline, but they had the first 2 goals in the first 15 minutes. BBI possible football, ultimate right and offside. Just a second round or second leg in a general proof. So I think say but a lot will be dependent on these 2 managers or more changes over here in the second half or the second leg. Champions League there general a bit me deceive you and on Pep Guardiola some of the teams games or win the first leg but second leg not Jeffrey. So well Inzaghi take a league but let's wait for the response from manager friend Stefan Pioli so general.
Okay. Intina, I don't know. Young other areas.
General, this probably will be the most successful season in the life of a team called Manchester City, the Citizens. They are in the FA Cup final. How many Manchester United, Bebo? As you speak, Obianim is the favorite to win over Manchester United. In the Premier League, Omo lead Arsenal by 1 point. I call 4 matches. I call Arsenal 3 matches. So it looks like they will win the Premier League. Then in the Champions League, Omakobo 1-1 against Real Madrid. And the return leg, Etihad. So Mutimi Madrid means that they are meeting either AC Milan or Inter Milan at a talk. Inti Nkomodiana Shasi say the Adiana Manchester United and IAB Premier League. Near friend treble no Manchester City is on the verge of making it. Now Kikabo Muanaches are here. So mutumi yes now. They are going to make over 300 million pounds sterling. 300 million pounds sterling. General Premier League, so mujia this season 164 million pounds sterling. FA Cup final no the daso 3.9 million pounds sterling. The Champions League so mujia 117.2 million. 117.2 million pounds sterling. Now when a Champions League now when you're the ticket to go and play in FIFA Club World Cup.
Okay.
And also appearance 50 million pounds sterling. So what it means is that City is on the verge of making huge money and chalking huge success as a football club. Now, share trophies in me and Sana Omudi Hunkomoya. I think say the easiest is the Premier League. Nigeria, amongst titles, the easiest is the Premier League. The next is the FA Cup. Me rate Premier League ahead of the FA Cup because FA Cup only just one-off match. Man United, Man City, it could be anything, even though City a favorite. Then the toughest for them will be the Champions League.
Okay.
Because a certain Real Madrid confronts them. Madrid, Oma executive English teams in Ankasa. Obeka last season, Oma come and say good them on their way. This season already, Oma come in good them, and City is on their way. As to say, City Belgium no Aquama Premier League or not, no. Second leg on Wednesday and a Bachelor. You know, finally with the 1 minute.
Okay. Please, 6 teams can play in the Champions League. No matter what the table will look like. Last season, Frankfurt finished 6th on the Bundesliga table, but all the 4 teams that finished in the top 4 played. So if Roma wins the Europa League and Inter Milan win the Champions League, and Inter Milan winning the Champions League will all play the Champions League, and 4 teams that finish the top 4 are automatically in the Champions League.
General, my just some few minutes. You better regulation they are back in Comedian.
Okay.
So maybe in the course of the show.
Okay.
So on also saw a regulation via from Champions League regulation. You know, now be to me a screenshot to their send there.
Okay.
Education. Okay.
Our numbers okay maybe.
We say last Oka Frankfurt no. Frankfurt or we need Europa League no. And no ma Germany teams acquire 5 no. We say Frankfurt in share Glasgow Rangers during the finals of the Europa League. No?
Yeah.
So even though we deceased, the German Bundesliga, but we be top 4 teams no. The German contingent no. In Europe, acquire 5.
Okay.
Acquire 5.
But is it different from the narrow kind? No?
This well,
the same thing.
Yes.
But
no more than 5.
Yes. Nipa kona all can or patch says Italy team edge Champions League. Na Italian team back on so Europa League. Nature say already omo no. Let's omo ba cut top 4 no na aksa akwa 6.
And na roche say sa sia third do the third ni be free.
Do the 4th.
Do the 4th be free.
Yeah. And quite 6. I don't believe good with 6.
Okay. Inti sila no challenge inti do baby na yeah the Mrana can support.
Yeah, regulation
All right.
Court no as a decline bill ni bill. Ne lawyer for no sa pay bill ne dia man.
Wow.
Still. Nyina so gusu kan asem krona niam mienu pe. Ba ko ne say Daniel Avis no yo defo. Lawyers no mo pay you dia Avis. Nsem to bia ne say Daniel Avis is well rooted in Catalonia and Barcelona.
Okay.
O Japade ene abusua ene ade e wo Spain eye Catalonia kromo. Ento nyi obi a obedwane afiri ho. Asem ne de ato no so. O se entesa oni awuraba no ne kekan ene awuraba na age opinion no.
Say ye adwuma.
Ene ne die. Ene ne awuraba na da ne hudua broni abeka say wa yire no ne na da. Ento omusere omma avesin frema mfa no ho kakra. Na asem duro ne ka bre bi on be fravis bi obeba. Judges ne se da. Omu jana enye yi because one avis or defo owo sika enti obetime adwane afiri kromo no akọ Brazil omo hwe omo mra mu nso so a the friend extradition policy or regulation e bi ni Brazil and Spain tem say wa man bi a omo won kitahudie a wo ho say yemfa ne say bi a Ghana ne Nigeria se Ghana Nigeria ni anase obi bedi bone wo Nigeria ni ba Ghana bedi bone ne bi odwane ko Nigeria si ehu saa Nigeria ban ni time yere nipa kro no pampe de ne breye o Ghana extradition.
Okay.
But Brazil and Spain omu ne bi
Sam ran the yi party free mu no. Okoye ne boni no Spain.
Okay.
Ba na mra na nchechire ne so omo fa ne mra.
Okay.
Ti ba sa na ne ho afiri mu.
omu ne bi enti omu gidie se oje hon no free kromo duru Brazil okọ ɔmo ntumi mfa ne makro mu biom nti saa na ɛte de ɔmo bɛkɔ so ayɛ ne pampe ɛde n'ahyɛ mu sɛ deɛ nnura meka yɛ na sɛ forensic investigation of the lady ne deɛ ɔmo ama kwan sɛ Avis bitma appoint a psychologist to be part of that forensic investigation on bɛyɛ no so yɛka forensic deɛ na kyerɛ sɛ detail to the extent that ɔbaa no ne bɛn mu ɔmbɛhwehwɛ mu ahwɛ sɛ ɛnam 30th December encounter course wɔ ne Avis ntam no kuro bi baa hɔ
ɔmbɛtumi hu
yes my friend secular ɔmbɛhu sɛ ɛtwa anaa biribi saa
ne akata so akata
ɛwu but ɔmbɛbie ɔmbɛhu sɛ ɛtwa bi wɔ hɔ they will do all that
wow
nti sɛ ɛmfa sɛ
time I twa korɔ no bae nyina ɔmbɛtumi hu
ɔmbɛyɛ ɛyɛ scientific
wow
sɛ wona sɛ ɛmfa sɛ da Avis appoint wo sɛ kɔsi na nɛɛma wobɛhwɛ bi ɔhu deɛ mekyerɛ you be there wobɛyɛ that forensic cross examination no matter
ɛkyerɛ sɛ
huh
no kan kyerɛ sɛ
deɛ meka no sɛ wo yɛmfa ne sɛ ne da Avis appoint wo sɛ kɔsi na nɛɛma a neɛ yɛyɛ awuraba no biara no wobɛhwɛ bi wote ase
me ntie
you as a human being you be there
sa
question apɛ wobɛbisa neɛ wopɛ sɛ wohu yɛbɛmo ahwɛ forensic
wɔne gye hu sɛ wobɛtumi akɔhwɛ saa de no
menyɛ gynecologist
wokɔdi danseɛ kɛkɛ
wokɔhwɛ no wabɛka sɛ
wobɛkɔ
sɛ yɛsoma me sɛ menkɔ a me need that expertise to see it but sɛ ba sɛ me na menkɔ a mekɔ sɛ mekɔtwitwa agyerɛ obi
ɛno nti na wokɔ
ɛne nka me lens no koraa mekɔ saa kɔ magnify no kakra
nti woanhu ababaa no deɛ na nka ho anayɛ dɛn wahu mɔ
wadaroma yɛkɔmɔ ne sɛ kɔdɛ woyɛ deɛ mmoa
aso kɔhwɛ nde no aka ho ɛde abɛta o records
dite wo gabi
ode aka o CV ho
ɛnɛ wo na adangwa mu wo na adangwa mu yɛnkyɛ wo paa
Ben Sola takwade yɛdase production a also de ɛboa yɛn papa free takra okay enti yɛtoa so de amamo all right
I'm so busa question back bi
why
no busa DM ne box to box
okay when
but before that Sir Franco, you're right.
Sir,
On a Champions League, maximum of 5 teams per association. Or not, you're right.
Oh, there be say no the bar. Na challenge ne ba ho sara. No apemra na support. Na ba ko no waton di. Eh, no wa say no so pa ba support.
Sure.
Bernard Morrison ma me de no so no. Yenti the okan Kazania.
Udoni Yesu bojem. Amen. Na kon fa wona na wi fodie nyina ndomu. Amen. Wi fodie nyina ndomu. Amen. Me fo wi fodie nyina ndomu. Amen. Na kon na me. Udoni Yesu bojem.
Wow. Yes, interview.
Fodie nyina ndomu. Udoni Yesu bojem. Amen. Na kon fa wona na wi fodie nyina ndomu. Amen. Wi fodie nyina ndomu. Amen. Me fo wi fodie nyina ndomu. Amen. Na kon na me.
Konkono so ya adwuma yi papa ma obo 1 goal. Yenko eye DM ene
box to box. Yeah,
okay.
General, I'm sure sir question be related to Sergio Busquets wherever he came from. Busquets is retiring from Barcelona, not from football. Now, Obia Eka the Obabaye ebiso a best Spanish midfielder of all time. If we not to Alonso, Honsa, a better San Alonso, a better San Iniesta, a better San Xavi. Nibi mobile mabaso my video be about Busquets and the definition of the role a defensive midfielder. General your DM no you 2 types. You're very effective off the ball. And no na Makelele Modiano, Michaelesi Modiano, Casemiro Modiano, Rodri Modiano, and your Busquets most category no almost is so important on the ball. Now the Casemiro ɛyɛ DM Busquets DM but obia ɛwɔ na adwuma ɔyɛ Sergio Busquets de ne de ball no wɔ baabi a keeper no wɔ ɛwɔ central defenders no ye free the first phase of build up ɛde akɔ no ɛhɔ na Sergio Busquets ɛbɛyɛ very very important yana coaches ni bi pɛ defensive midfielder anya se elusu ball na wie ɛna wokɔ kan obi egu fam akɔ recover ball no na emom up defensive midfielder baabi a wo no ye hyehyɛ besena kɔ a wona wo the vision the understanding of the game and nti na sɛ okay at some point the Boski coach or this Spain on first ever World Cup say so oh share game na who baabi a Busquets wo na emom who Busquets a obehu how a game no ɛkɔ. He means to say oh share passes are Sergio Busquets release any the kind of area zones are distributed kono and none baby and a game no the extensive part no ya na ewo and another boss kicker so oh share Sergio Busquets obehu obi tse pilo ewo hon ma bi obenya Frankie de Jong esoso ho abi obenya Pjanic ewo ho abi ye krom ha obenya obi Steven Banahene formerly of Ashgold ewo ho abi they are defensive midfielders are omunya very very strong so oju omudi na we lose ball na ono na gina ho general juani so person oti dey make yase a kohwe go na Safutela Shetia Biere Gold Stars or Bayern Sports Stadium omo highly technical onto omo need physique to protect you or defend or recover the ball whenever your team doesn't possess the ball but you build the akwadia etu hu Xavi hu Iniesta Busquets ne jiro machi na ono na hyehyɛ game no asano de abro but Casemiro Makelele mo de ne general every time we stay without the ball they become very very important and nti obebo bit say Edgar David yan kan go from recover ball no easily obey de ama Makelele ho na yano yidi omuyi Mamadou Diarra of Mali Real Madrid Lassana Diarra Alonso Kedira omadwuma kasankasa ne de kan say DM Gilberto Silva these are all quality defensive midfielders the last of that generation wait me about Casemiro edin de naso but Busquets mo category no Pilo Pjanic all those guys in a highly technical omuni ahoden they don't have the recovery strength and it is all do any two so general everybody for box to box ye hwe area no a opposition no na hwe the penalty box no hwe wo penalty box no e box mienu it midfielder what the energy the tenacity to join the attack and to join the defensive levels and then you kind of box to box just a game no kwa or the last attacker game no air bar or the first defender or more adwuma no bi to say ya Toure na adwuma to say Dembele formerly of Tottenham Hotspur adwuma no bi na to the bi ya na Modric emoye Paul Pogba quality midfielders so timi join the defense it me join attack you can say box to box so general two players you know and I say profiles no na ya chim kakra
okay Newton Lati MC Malik I patiently wait for Sir Franco Naro's take on Manchester United. I patiently wait for Sir Franco Naro on the takeover of Manchester United. Oh, okay. All right. Wait, if MC Malik, the mouth-watering replica of Istanbul 2005 may not come off. The first leg of the two semi-finals have given us different ideas and results. It looks plausible that it's City and Inter final. It shall be a surprise if we get a different permutation. Good morning, Sani Saliu. And anyway, a free abofo and so a brain and a pay. Good morning, General. Yes. I agree Manchester United eliminated Bayern, but the toughest game Bayern played in the UEFA Champions League this season was against Inter Milan, both home and away. It's only fair one of the groups of depths, members makes it to the final. All right, Clifford Cheba for Woodbridge, America Mem and Sunediwe Ebre. So where will Marie-Jetta place Benjamin Afutu? Box to box or DM?
Box to box. Box to box.
Box to box.
You see, okay. Putting in plain language, like number 8 for no. Only attack from box to box. They influence the game in both boxes. Normally, number 8 for no, and 6 for 8. They are usually the box to box midfielders.
Wow. Master, you are too much. I'm ironing my uniform for my afternoon duty, but you let me forget and spoil my shirt. Adams, aka Barbero Man. Abuas was Saturday. Kessben Sports Amana Saturday. Wow. Kuse. All right. You're free and never Africa kakra.